Okay, so let's just look at another example of a problem. And we're going to use our strategy of multiplying by 10 until we get rid of that decimal in a key place. So let's take an example might be 3.25 divided by 0.5. Okay, in long division, you're going to set this up. Don't forget, it's always first term goes in the house, I guess as some people call it, and then the second term on the outside. So I'm going to write 3.25 in here, and then 0.5 here. Now what I learned when I was a kid was simply move the decimal. I had no idea why. But essentially what we're doing is we're making an equivalent fraction. 3.25 over 0.5. I'm going to multiply both numerator and denominator by 10, and so that I get 32.5 divided by 5. Okay, and then this gets rid of the decimal in the divisor, and that's what you need. Okay, so what I learned though was this. Put a little arc under there showing you moved it over here, and then do the same thing right here and carry it up. Okay, so now you have the problem 32.5 divided by 5, which is easier to understand. So like 5 goes into 32 6 times. 6 groups of 5 is 30, so I have a remainder of 2. Down my 5. 5 goes into 25 5 times, and we get down to a remainder of 0, so we know we're done. Okay, so the answer is 6.5. If you wanted to, you could completely get rid of the decimal. You could take it another stage. Just a moment. Sorry, there's an announcement. So then this is a way that you can do the division by getting rid of the decimal in the divisor in this outside number here. And it's basically, if you're moving it over once here and also once here, that's the same thing. You're multiplying by 10 in both the numerator and the denominator of this fraction. And we know that that gives you an equivalent fraction, so you're not changing the problem. If you're not good at long division, hear me now. Some of you have not mastered this skill, and you need to work on it. It's a good thing to know, but I know that a lot of you are going to find your way through life using a calculator. But at least this gives you an idea of how to estimate. Let's take a look at how you could use this to estimate. Okay, take this example, 3.25 divided by 0.8. If you're not good at long division, you may all of a sudden just give up and say, I'm going to go reach for a calculator. But it's a really good idea to have an estimate. So from this, we know we could make like a fraction, 3.25 over 0.8. What I say is get rid of the decimal in the denominator in your head by just multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 10 enough times to move the decimal over so that you get rid of it in the denominator. In this case, they just multiplied by 10, the decimal moves to the right. Multiply by 10, the decimal moves to the right. 32.5 divided by 8. Tell me, you do not need a calculator to give me an estimate of what the answer is. The answer is going to be around 4, because 32 divided by 8 is 4. Is it going to be exactly 4? No. We're going to need long division to figure that out, and I can show you that, and hopefully you're practicing long division or some short division, some form, so that you can do things without a calculator, but I know the truth is a lot of you are going to rely on a calculator. But it's simple then. We just go, 8 goes into 32 4 times. I got no remainder here, but I have a 0.5 to bring down. Remember, your decimal just goes straight up. You did this last year. It goes into 5 0 times. I'm going to bring down the 5, and I'm going to bring down the 0. 8 goes into 50 6 times, and I'm going to eventually get up with a long, long answer here. I'm not going to show you that. But you can see that my answer is around 4.06, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can at least use this technique to estimate an answer. All right, and that's going to be asking you to do is using the idea that you can move the decimal place out of the divisor, the decimal out of the divisor just by multiplying both the dividend and the divisor. This is called the dividend and this is called the divisor. By 10 enough times to get rid of it out of this outside number. Okay, that's about it. So now you can try the quiz and see if you can figure that out. Bye for now.